You're watching the Touchliner Podcast. Yo guys, welcome back to the Touchliner. It's season 2 as you know, and it's episode 7 as you know, and guess who's back? Can't believe it. I can't believe it's back again.
Who else?
Who
Who
else is
else?
back? Who else is back?
The flipping boys. The boys are back.
The boys are back in town.
They are back in town. may I
In
just say.
town as well. That's crazy. Wow. Well, how are you doing today, Mr. Chapman?
Well, today, off of the past 2 results that my team have had, I am loving life, my friend. What about you? How have your team been doing?
I don't watch football anymore. Actually, I started watching croquet.
He's a Newcastle fan now.
Yeah, no, I'd rather die. But anyways, there's actually a lot has happened this week. Including our clubs, but including other clubs too. So there's a lot to cover on this action-packed episode. But we will start off as we usually do with Saudi FC. Take it away.
Well, last episode. What did I say, Josh? What did I predict? I said
Firstly, you predicted 2-0.
But what did I say would happen?
Said Isaac. You said Isaac would cook and you'd win. That's what you said.
And my God, did we win? It was beautiful to watch, honestly. And Isaac did indeed cook, unbeaten the whole season, and we smoked them in the second half at St. James's Park. Okay, like for the first half, they were cooking, and then in like the 42nd minute or something like that, we got like a break, and Murphy, like it was literally like a 1-2 through ball, and Murphy was through. It was super quick, and he hit it, but it was a good his keeper saved it with his foot. Good save, and then the momentum from there just switched. Like we were pressing high, we showed them no respect. And then in the second half, we came out and we Joelinton picks up the ball from Almiron. He's on like the left side of the box. He dribbles past Akanji, that bum shit defender. Dribbles past him, and then Ake, bum, dribble past him as well. Then turns his body, puts the ball across the box. Keeper misses it straight to Isaac's feet. You never had any doubt it was going in the back of the net. Okay, 1-0, and then we held it out for the rest of the game. We were still pressing like for after we scored, but in like the 85th minute, we started to drop back a little bit. Eddie Howe masterclass with the subs, bringing on Bruno and Gordon. Bruno just controlled the game like he's back to his old form, like he's on it again. Like he's had a little bit of time where he's been a little bit hit and miss, but now he's coming back into it, and he's looking good. I don't know if you watched the highlights. What did you think about?
I thought it was a very good performance. I think he took advantage of a City side that they weren't really in what's it called, 6th gear, whatever. They weren't playing at their best. Obviously, they rotated, but so did you. I'd say.
Let's remember 10 changes to the Newcastle starting 11, and my personal goat, Paul Dummett, came on, started the game at centre back. Right, Paul Dummett played at centre back, and cooked. He cooked. I'm not even joking.
Yeah, I saw that tackle he did on Grealish. That's mad. That's crazy. I didn't know he had that in his locker, but I think Newcastle played very well. They deserve to win. I'm very happy with that result. And now we know in the next round.
Well,
it's a rematch. It's a rematch of last year's final. We're facing off again. Earlier than we wanted, but what's he got there?
United.
That's
the
right.
good United.
Oh.
The good problem.
Right. But yeah, that was a good result for you guys. What about your league game that happened yesterday? Less of a big result, but still an important one. 2-0 win.
Cooked them again. we were hungry this week. We cooked again. Okay, Burnley, Vincent Bumpany. No answers for Eddie Howe's Mags. The only good thing I can say about that game is that right winger that they've got, Collier Show or whatever his name is.
Yeah.
He is he's really good. He'll get picked up from he'll go somewhere like Villa or Brighton or even Liverpool or something because he's really, really good. I was watching him thinking you were the only danger in this team. But besides that, yeah, penalty. Isaac slotted it away. Just trying to remember. Oh, of course, Purple Patch Maron is back with a beautiful shot from outside the box on
Yep.
his left foot. It was dipping in perfectly. Keeper had no chance getting to it. Just beautiful. Perfectly hitting form as well, just before our Tuesday fixture against PSG.
That's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. We'll cover that in more detail later. It's a very big. It could be one of the biggest 7 days in Newcastle's recent history. But let's not get carried away. Let's stick in the present for now. And move on to, well, just get it out of the way,
Well,
shall we? So United won midweek. Let's start with the positive. Great 3-0 win. Probably our most convincing performance of the season. I would say probably our most convincing performance for the last few months. I don't remember us controlling a game like that since before the Carabao Cup final, which says something. Okay, maybe a couple of games, but not many. Um, it's now our worst ever. Oh wait, no, I'm getting ahead of myself. It was a good start to the Carabao Cup defense, right? This is the most important trophy. Let's not forget here, right? This is not an Energy Cup trophy. We all know this is the look. It goes Carabao Cup, FA Cup, Community Shield, um, friendlies, and then the Premier League. This is the order.
yes.
This is the order that we
Yeah,
go in. So obviously
agreed.
we played a very good youthful mix with some experienced players. Did quite well. Casemiro showed up like he always does in the Carabao Cup. Cares the most about this trophy for some reason, and
Don't know
I
why.
have no idea. Convincing win against Palace. So, and then our game on the weekend at that point, so on the Saturday, was Palace, and we were like, oh well,
And then
we
you
just
think you'll think you'll just
yeah,
cook them again.
we think we just walked. I was like, we just walked over them 3-0, doormat. Like I didn't think we were gonna cook them. I was like, okay, 1-0, 2-1, maybe 2-0, and then we lose 1-0 at home again.
That home record fading from last season.
Mate is gone. The home record is fully gone. We've lost our last two league games at home.
Damn.
It's quite bad. It's our worst ever Premier League start now. 4 losses in our first 7 games. That is dreadful.
Yeah, that's really bad.
That
But to be
is,
fair, Newcastle are on similar form. We lost. We won our first one, but then we had 3 games in a row where we lost.
yeah, but that was what, City, Liverpool, and Brighton, right? Like, there's nothing. It's not
Yeah.
bad. That's fine. We lost against Tottenham, fair enough, because they're in good form. Arsenal, fair enough, right? But then who's the other team? Well, Palace, really.
Arsenal, fair enough. I don't know.
Arsenal,
I still
that
don't rate
game.
Arsenal. That's the thing. I
No,
still don't rate them.
I don't either, but it was the thing is that game individually, if you look at it, you're like, oh, you could have won, we could have drawn even, but that's football. It just didn't happen for us. And we've been none of the decisions have gone our way in the first 7 games, and on top of us playing like crap, like it's not like we've been helped by the officials. So it's really just rubbing salt in the wounds. It's just rubbing it
Mm,
in. We're on the floor and they're kicking us and they're spitting on
yeah.
us, and we're just like, "Oh, stop, please, I got a family," and they don't
Yeah.
care. They generally don't
No.
care. But
No.
this is how it feels to be a United fan right now. You look forward to the games, but you know you're about to get abused. It's an abusive relationship. It's being with someone and you know you should break up with them, but "Oh, they're gonna change." No, they're
We've
not.
all we've all been there, haven't we, Mister Naya?
Ooh, 10 years.
Anyways,
It's been 10 years of
anyways.
this same stuff, right? We can't break down the low block. What Palace did is they scored a great goal. great set piece goal. Lucky if maybe we should have marked better. And they sat.
Little bit of a lucky drop, right? Like it dropped for him quite nicely, but it was a good finish.
Yeah, it was from Anderson, who, by the way, I do rate as a very, very good defender in the league. Top five maybe even. He was amazing. I rate him. I do rate him. I think
Top five
obvious.
defenders in the
Yes,
league.
I genuinely think if he's at a bigger team, which he was linked. You know,
Oh
before he
my
moved to Palace, he was linked with like us, and I can't remember if it was City or Liverpool, but we wanted him, but he wanted to play for a smaller team. So I don't know, maybe he's just a
Interesting.
small club mentality guy, but I do rate him. He played very well. They defended very well, but how are we still struggling to break a low block? You could have, honestly, we could have sat and had this conversation 10 years ago, and I would have said the same thing to you. We can't break down a low block. When a team sits back,
Yeah,
we can't break them down. And we're
very
still,
difficult to do.
it
You
is,
know.
no, it is. But if you, with the squad we have, I feel like we have the capability to do this. I've seen Newcastle obviously do it, and I've seen Liverpool, City,
Yeah.
Arsenal, everyone, Spurs, Brighton.
Tottenham just did it against fucking Liverpool, so
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and it's
Liverpool had that lovely little low block with 9 men.
bruh, yeah. We'll talk about it next, but just to finish up, Casemiro's he's been inconsistent this season. Played great midweek. He scored twice against Bayern. And then this game again, he looked off the pace. It looks like he's rushing. He needs to relax. Like, brother, you've won 4 Champions Leagues. There's not much pressure on you here. Just get the ball,
Yeah.
relax. Like, give it to someone else. 5 Champions Leagues even. He's like, relax, bro. It's
Oh
okay.
shit. Yeah. Bro's
Amrabat,
decorate.
for real, man. Amrabat has looked all right. One thing I do want to say, again, echoing what I said last week, Rashford. He's not playing well. He's been making the wrong mistakes. He's not used to being part of a team on the front three, right? Usually it's just him. Give it to him and he'll score. He's got Hoyland now. You have to learn to play with him. The amount of times we were on the break and instead of passing, he ran into traffic. So frustrating. And I'm actually
Yeah.
like hearing calls. I hear it in the stadium. I see it on Twitter. They want Rashford like dropped from the team. I don't think it should be that drastic. I do think that he should be substituted. Like he did get subbed in that game. Usually he never gets subbed, even if he has a stinker. If he's treated the same as everyone else, I think plays crap, sub him off, fine. We've got better. Like Garnacho came off the bench and had way better effect. Um, but it's not just him, is my point. It's not just the manager either, because how many times has this happened and we sack the manager? Just give it time, right? It took honestly, look at Arsenal. I know we're not convinced, but they're doing well. They've trusted the manager. Ferguson, it took him 6 years, 7 years to win his first league title, 4 years to win his first trophy. Relax, right? I trust in the bald guy. Um,
Mm. You have complete faith?
I do. I do. I don't think because the thing is like, oh, Ten Hag out. Okay, who do you want in? Like, okay, right now, if I ask you, who would you think is the most realistic manager that United could get if Ten Hag goes?
Who would, if I'm the Glazers, who am I picking? Oh, if I'm the Glazers, I'm picking Steve Bruce because they've got no clue. Do you know what I mean?
That's true.
But
No, that's true.
if I had a choice, maybe maybe
There's
what's
no
his
one,
name?
bro. Who?
Yeah, Graham Potter. I could actually see
Bruh.
that. I could genuinely see that happening. Potter
No,
to
but
United.
that's the thing, right? He's another project manager, which will have to wait like 2, 3 years for him to actually cook. We just need to be patient with Ten Hag. If we give him, let's give him 3, 4 years. If he's not done anything, then fine, sack him off. But like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Barely a year and a bit. Like, come on, let's relax.
You know what's annoying? Like now, obviously, now that Newcastle's starting to have a little bit more success, you start getting like more fans, and but you start getting the bad kind of fans following you.
Mm, mm,
We have got people being like, after those first 3 losses, we had people being like, "Oh, Eddie Howe's under pressure. Maybe we need a new change." And I'm just like, mate, you are mental. Like, if you think that getting rid of Eddie Howe is gonna solve any problems, you're fucking you need to go to psych ward, mate, because that is you don't even watch football if that's the case.
mm.
And I'm assuming, as a United fan, you probably hear a lot of people being like, Ten Hag out, we need
Yeah,
something new." Like,
Yeah.
just trust the process. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You gotta be patient, man. I think he is the right man. I might be wrong, but I think he's the right man. I hope we don't sack him.
Damn.
Give him a couple of seasons. He's not helped by the injuries though. Did you see Martinez now has had to have surgery again? He's out for
Oh
2 to 3 months.
yeah. Damn, bro, we're both actually cooked with injuries right now.
Are
Harvey
you?
Barnes
Oh wait,
broke his
yeah.
foot.
Botman as well,
Barnes broke
right?
his foot. Joe Willock's still out. Botman's injured. Joe Linton's got a knock. Who else? Wilson is not fit to start right now. So
I swear he's always unfit,
if
Wilson.
Isaac's not fit to start next game and Wilson's not fit to start, Anthony Gordon has to go up front, or even Joe Linton. But that's where he played in the under-21s, didn't he? And he
Mm-mm.
cooked there. So
We'll see.
who
Different
knows?
game. But yeah, injuries aren't the one. I think we had 12 at one point. Now it's gone back because Mount's back, Amrabat, Hoyland back. But now Reguilon's injured, so now we don't have a left back again. So our emergency
Yeah.
left back that we signed is injured, and we had one youth left back. He was 20. He
Yeah.
was all right, and we sent him on loan.
Damn.
It's the Glazers, man. Let's go. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I just got to go into every game like laugh or you'll cry. Because genuinely, at the end of that last game, I was laughing walking out the stadium. Like it was genuinely so so horrible to watch that game. One of the worst performances I've seen from Ten Hag. But anyway, we'll see what happens. We're playing Galatasaray. We'll move on to the Champions League later. But as you mentioned, City versus Liverpool. Wow. Not City versus Liverpool.
Tottenham.
Liverpool versus Tottenham. What
Yeah.
a game! What a game!
Yeah.
You watched
Jesus,
it.
lots to talk about there. Yeah. Oh my
So
God.
I've got some questions for you. Let's work our way through.
Quiz me.
Okay,
Go ahead.
first challenge, first red card. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, good, good,
Yes.
good,
Not even a question.
good.
Okay.
Because you
And to
said
those
that.
Liverpool fans that think we've been robbed by VAR. Like, yeah, okay. Bad decisions that day, but the red card was
Nah,
not
that
one
was
of
a
them.
red. I was gonna say because last season I think you said that Casemiro red, where his foot rolled over the ball the same way. You said it was a red. So I just wanted to hold my
Mhm.
receipts, just
Yeah.
make sure.
Yeah, of course. Of
Nah, it's
course,
all good.
man. I keep it consistent. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me,
All
daddy.
right. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So that's question one. Question two. The offside.
Mm.
I mean, do you actually think this is offside? Do you actually think it's?
No, 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 no. It's not. It's not. No, but it's like it was a human error, and the way it was is that the guy in the VAR
Yeah, yeah.
office thought
Mm.
that it was the on-field decision was offside,
No, it was a
right?
goal.
Or
He thought it was a goal.
he he thought it was a goal, so then he changed it to offside.
No, no. So he thought it was a goal, and that's why he just didn't even look at the thing. He was like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah, check complete." But the on-field
What?
decision was offside.
No, no, no. But if the on-field decision was offside and then it's gone to VAR,
Yeah, the
oh, and
VAR thought it was a
he
goal.
didn't
He didn't even
he
look.
thought it was a goal.
Yeah, and he didn't even look because he thought it was like so obvious. He didn't even look or communicate with them. He just went, "Yeah, yeah, check complete."
Damn, bro, you gotta get fired for that. Like,
You know,
and
yeah, that's crazy,
football fans
man.
need receipts for that. Like, we need to see this person's been dropped or he's been fired.
He
Like,
won't be.
because
He won't be.
I know, but how can you employ somebody? That's like going to, I don't know, a tech firm and someone installing malware into the hard drives of all your computers. Oh, sorry, didn't mean to do that. Accident. No, in any other industry, you get fired for a mistake that big. You
True.
know.
That's true.
So what are we doing here? Why has he not been released that he's been fired? Or at least send him down to the fucking championship. Oh, there's no VAR in the championship.
Yeah.
So
Yes, maybe. Maybe. But like that whole story is actually insane. If that's the competence of the referees, it makes sense why they're making such crap decisions.
yeah,
Um, yeah. So third question. Uh, the second red card. So it was two yellow cards.
two
So
yellows.
the second yellow, I think, is fine. That's a yellow card. The one where
First
he,
one,
the first one, I don't think
It's
that's.
because like it
I don't think
happens
that's a
so
yellow
fast.
card.
So he comes across the back of him, and I think like I think you remember like you sent me a clip of Rashford being in the box,
Mm,
and it looks like he dives, but
mm,
the back of his ankle does get clipped, and the guy's nowhere near the ball.
yeah,
So like it's one of those where like you've made contact with him as he's running. It's made him fall over. He didn't dive. He's done it like I don't know if what the actual criteria is for a yellow card. Like it wasn't obviously malicious, but you've made contact with the back of his foot. He's fallen over. Like, he was on the break, I'm pretty sure.
it
So
was. It was. It happened really quick. I didn't see him trip. I thought Udogie just tripped over himself. And Anthony, our Liverpool sporting friend, sent me like 3 or 4 videos, like different angles. It's like he didn't
yeah.
even tackle him. I couldn't tell. I couldn't tell. To me it didn't look like a yellow card, but if he did make literally any contact, that's a yellow card because it's on the break.
Yeah, that's the thing. And like it looks like his ankle does get slightly knocked. Like it's hard to see where the exact contact is, but like I don't think he's in a position where he's just going to throw his leg out. Like, cause they're not even really that close enough to, you know, for someone to think, "Oh, I'm going to dive now." You know?
Yeah, yeah. No, that's true.
Mm.
So you still do you think still think that was a red then? Is that the right
Yeah,
decision? Okay.
yeah.
Fair enough.
I'm on the train. I'm on the
Fair
train.
fair enough. And final question, do you think Liverpool deserve to lose that game?
Tottenham weren't playing well.
Mm,
Um, like I was watching, thinking like, bro, just get balls into the box. Like you've got the man advantage. Stop trying to play it through the middle where like all their players are. Like you've got to try and put it down the wings to spread the defensive line out, get balls into the box and try and score that way. Like you've got the 2-man advantage. Get people up, get people into the box and try and score. But they just weren't doing it. And then they finally started pinging balls into the box. And as soon as they started doing that, they pinged it across the box, and with those low, hard, driven balls, anything can happen. And I know it was no goal. You know, I'm sure they. I don't know. Like, I mean, they didn't look like they were going to win, in my opinion. I thought Liverpool were going to hold out, but then
yeah.
Matip, so. But
Yeah.
they, you know, it's hard to say really. I don't think they deserve to lose, but you know,
It
Tottenham didn't
was
deserve to win.
They lost. I think they lost in like the most cruel way. This is from a United fan. Like,
Yeah,
looking in, I was laughing, but it was like, yeah, you scored a goal which clearly was onside. You have a questionable red
yeah.
card call, and then you lose through an own goal in the last like minute of added time. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, it's
My
rough.
head would be on Jupiter. Quite funny though.
Jupiter,
Quite
Yeah.
funny though.
But that's what you get for having a whiny little manager and ratty players.
Yep.
Karma always comes around.
Yep. Cry more.
So, flop, shush, cry la.
And he said in his press conference as well. He was like, "Oh, there was an instance between Wolves and United where they also released an apology. Thinking about United when you've just lost, yeah, rent free. Shut up,
Rent
right?
free la.
Hope
Cry.
you lose again midweek in the Europa League."
Yes, and I hope it's Matip own goal as well, to be honest.
Oh, that was so funny, man. He was on the floor. Right. Right. Anyway, City lost as well. Can you believe that? Two losses. City went from unbeaten to losing two games in a row.
Ruben Diaz own goal, first one. It's so funny that thing that Pep said about
The
that
Korean
Korean
guy,
guy.
yeah,
At least get his name right, Pep. How he was like the best player on FIFA like a couple years ago.
bro, he was
I remember.
OP. Yeah, what a guy,
Uh,
man.
yeah, I love that. I love that. I love that for him.
Mm,
And yeah, I didn't even watch the game. I haven't even seen the highlights to be honest with you. But I saw Alvarez's free kick was really nice.
yeah, that was a good
Um,
Alvarez, man. What a
he's
player.
he's he's really good. But
Uh,
yeah, again, like Alvarez, I'd never fucking heard of Alvarez before City signed him. Do you know what I mean? Julian
Well, they're
Alvarez.
good at this, man. They'll sign the big players, but they'll also sign like him, Doku. You know, they did that new
Yeah,
winger they got.
Doku,
Doku's
who was
exciting.
really good. He was exciting when he came on against us.
Yeah, I rate Doku. That's what City do, man. They unfortunately they keep doing all of this, and but they did lose, which was quite funny. And the Korean guy, someone did say as soon as he said it, it was like, imagine like Hwang scores the winner. Can you imagine if Hwang
Yeah.
Hee-chan scores the win? Can you imagine Park Joo-ho scores? And they
Shout
did.
out.
And he
If you know, you
literally
know.
and he literally did. And it's hilarious. And the thing is, right, Pep is not beating these racist allegations. You know, like he says
Yeah.
some of these sus things in press conferences. There was one press conference a couple of years ago, he was like, I don't care, black people, normal people, and everyone was like, what?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
remember that. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
Normal people, you know.
What do you mean by that? But that's two L's for City now. Newcastle started that. Hopefully, then it carries on, and then they lose the Champions League.
Yeah.
Probably not. They'll probably win like 5
Let's
0.
pray on that downfall.
Yeah,
Pray on that downfall.
cheating allegations, bums, and also
Yeah.
like Barcelona had all the cheating allegations too while Pep was there. So that means right.
Oh yeah.
Imagine
Maybe his
all.
legacy gets fumbled.
Can you imagine that? And the only one that's free is Bayern because you can't. You don't need to cheat to win there.
Oh yeah. I think quite literally any manager could
I think I
win that
could.
league.
I think I could win the league with that team.
Genuinely.
Um,
In a G5.
but last Premier League game I want to talk about. Brighton. Right,
Mm,
they beat
the c-
your team 3-1. Beat my
the
team three
cooking.
one. But then they go and they haven't won since they played us, and now they've lost 6-1 to Aston
Yeah.
Villa. Now we did say at the beginning of the season, Villa, dark horses, they had a shaky start. We weren't sure, but our predictions are
Yeah.
coming to fruition.
Hmm. I think
6.
Watkins is actually severely underrated, you know.
Mm,
I think he's better than Wilson actually, to be honest.
yes,
I'll throw that out there, to be
that's
honest.
fair enough. I do back
Um
that. I rate Watkins too.
I think Watkins is really underrated and he doesn't get the credit he deserves. Hat trick against Brighton. No, it just like it must have all went wrong for De Zerbi. I didn't even watch the highlights, to be honest. I don't
It
know what
did,
the
man. It did. That's the thing with Brighton. Like they win and they'll dominate and they'll control, but when they lose hard. Like they lost 5-1 to
yeah.
Everton last year. So this is like it's kind
Yeah.
of similar to that.
When it goes wrong for
Yep,
them.
yep. That's the issue. It might be a bit of like stubbornness from De Zerbi because his midfield was getting bossed the whole game and he kept them on for the whole 90 minutes, including he played this guy called Jack Hinchelwood.
Who the fuck is Jack Hinchelwood?
Number 41. I assume he's from the academy.
Fucking youth
Um
player.
he didn't play 90 minutes, played 86 minutes, but
Right.
still, I mean he was getting bossed around him and Billy Gilmore. Not very physically imposing midfield. And yeah, Villa were playing through them. Diaby was cooking, Watkins was cooking, Zaniolo, Kamara, Douglas Luiz scored, man. Like, when does blood score?
Douglas Luiz.
When does bro score?
Is Bro in my team? Hold on. Bro might be in my fantasy Premier League.
Boy.
I don't know
Estupinian
why.
scored an own goal too, so that's just upset every fantasy Premier League player in the
Oh
world.
yeah.
He's got -2 in my team, which is great.
Oh no, I had Diego Carlos, lol.
I've gone down in every single one of my leagues. Oh my
I got
days.
39 points this week.
I got
That's
32,
so
bro.
bad. Bro, like I've got all the right players like Bruno Fernandes, Mo Salah, like Haaland. He's done fuck all.
Yeah, Haaland's not been doing it.
I want
That's a,
Yini. Where's this guy? For like had a good few first games. He's not done nothing since.
It's true, actually. That's so funny.
I'm gonna take this fucker out. Stick in
Ooh,
Ferguson again.
yeah.
Or
I got
Watkins.
Alvarez and Haaland up front. I don't know. We'll see.
Bro's expecting. Watch now that you've put Haaland and Alvarez in. City downfall incoming.
Bro, ever since I had them in, they haven't done anything. I had Watkins in 2 weeks ago, and last week he scored against Chelsea, and this week he scored a hat trick. I promise you, if I bring Watkins in, he's not going to score. I'm not going to, though. Fantasy, man. Can't crack the code.
No. To crack the code, you got to be a fat incel who sits on Reddit all day. Shout out to you. You know who you are. Prick.
Anyway, so yeah, the Premier League table is actually it looks really close. I mean, it's only early days, but the top six is only 3 points separating it. Got City at the top with 18, and then Spurs, Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa, Brighton. That's pretty good. And then you got West Ham and Newcastle on the cusp, and then Palace and
We're
United.
in Newcastle. We're 8th, right?
Yeah, eighth, yeah, but you've
Eight.
got the highest goal or second highest goal difference in the league, obviously because of that one game.
Yeah, 8-0. So
Yeah, that's very good, and that's the Premier League. Do you want to talk about the Champions League, or do you want to give a little?
one thing I do want to talk about. Shout out.
Oh no!
Our first shout out on the channel.
Ah, yes,
Okay.
yes. All right.
Shout out to this guy. Right. So Josh is going to try and pronounce your name.
Oh, is it me? I thought it was you.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm not going to try and do it.
All right. Shout out to you.
How the fuck do you pronounce that?
Agun Banjo Hafiz. Shout out to you, bro. Listen, all right. On the last comment,
We're just gonna call him Feezy.
Feezy, right? Shout out to you, Feezy, right? He said it's going to be a different Spurs this season, but I believe Spurs will always be Spurs.
What did I say?
Big up you guys. I always listen to y'all. So he's probably
definitely
Canadian. Yep. Shout out to you though. Shout out to you.
Or he's got a Canadian passport and he's not really Canadian. One of the two.
Either way, we accept you. Welcome to the Touchliner community.
We love you.
We love you very much. Keep watching. Keep supporting us. But yeah, I do agree with you. Spurs will be Spurs. And
bro.
That rounds
ball.
Bro, it's
gonna crazy.
It's gonna come for him.
I really like him, bro. I really like him. I really want Tottenham to do well this year.
Couldn't care less, mate.
I just love Australians. They're so fucking great.
I don't mind Tottenham. They're fine. I've never disliked them. He's a very likable manager, but
yeah, he's really likable.
Tottenham is Tottenham. They're gonna some point, even if they do well, they're gonna come second.
Let's
and then
remind ourselves, Chelsea stink.
Oh yeah, lol.
This not what was it? The last time they've only beaten two. I can't remember what the stat was, but it was like something about like they haven't beaten a top 15 Premier League side since
Potter, right?
In 500 and something days.
Yeah, since Potter, I think.
No. Since Potter, they've won 2 games. Do you know how crazy that is? In the league,
well, now they've won. I think it's 3 games now because they won last weekend, right?
That's ridiculous. Oh my god!
Did they win last weekend, or did they win midweek?
They beat Luton and Bournemouth, I think. I think it was.
Yeah. No, they beat Brighton midweek. Yeah, so they beat Luton.
Was that in the Prem midweek?
No. That was the Carabao. So this season in the league,
in the Premier League, they've done nothing.
So that's just Luton, and then let me look for the next W. Bournemouth.
Oh my god!
Leicester. So that's 3 wins.
Leicester when?
Last season.
In this year, Leicester have more Premier League goals than Chelsea.
Yeah.
And they're in the fucking Championship.
Do you know how crazy that is?
Bro, like, I can't believe how, like, I don't think people realize how bad it is at Chelsea. Because Chelsea fans will see, like, not losing, and they'll think that's good. Bro, you are in for a bad season incoming. And I genuinely thought this season Chelsea were going to go up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did. And Nkunku coming in, and golden boy Nicholas Jackson, who scored in the last game that he played.
5 wins in 2023 in the league.
Oh my god. That's outrageous.
That is
we are in October now. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 1st October today. Oh my god. Damn.
What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? Chelsea fans are losing touch, losing love for the game. Fair enough. It's quite bad. They haven't even played yet. They're playing Fulham tomorrow, which means they're gonna lose. So it's a Tory derby, Fulham versus Chelsea. So we'll see what happens there.
Okay.
But
enough with the Premier League.
That's the Premier League. Carabao Cup. We'll cover that later on. just Newcastle United, Old Trafford. We'll see what happens.
End of
We'll
this month.
End of this
End of
month.
this,
We'll talk about it then. It's not looking good for us right now, but things can change in a month. A lot can change.
of course.
Um, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna I'll go to Heathrow. You'll go to DXB.
Yeah, I'm
And
gonna just head on to. Actually, no. Today I feel like going to the Al Maktoum Airport.
oh,
Actually,
I'm gonna go to East Midlands Airport. So
if it's built, I'll go there.
okay.
We we get on a plane.
Mm.
We fly. We
Whoosh
go do
whoosh whoosh.
the flying.
The
Okay.
flying. Okay.
We go to Paris. I'm going to
Ah,
the Paris. Okay.
well.
Well, let me tell you something. Okay. We. Oh no. I'm not going to Paris. I'm going to Newcastle, man, because it's at home.
Ah, yeah, you are as well.
What we're saying. Well, I just want to
Ah,
hear it from you first, with that shitty little turtle-looking prick coming to Newcastle. Do you know bro? Do you know how much abuse he's gonna get? It's like it's been a meme in Newcastle,
oh yeah,
like
you
Dan
will.
Burn and Trippier versus Mbappe. He's gonna get so much
Especially for
abuse,
laughing at Kane for missing the pen, like that as well. It's not going to help his
bro. Yeah,
case.
yeah. He's hated in the UK.
This is going to be good. PSG now they drew on the weekend as we spoke about yesterday against
Bro, their
Clermont.
form stinks.
The
It
form does stink.
stinks.
The form does stink. I can't lie. They've let's see. So they won their last few games. They lost. So they've dropped a lot of points in the league. They're not even top of the league.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Hmm.
And like, let's revisit because me and Josh, we had a little look at their front line. Oh my god, I genuinely thought it was so much better than it actually is. So obviously Mbappe, but he's like got a little niggle right now, little injury. So he started the last game. We don't know how if he stayed on for the full
He
90.
did.
I don't
No, he
remember.
did. He did.
Okay, if he starts against Newcastle, okay, him striker
Colin
Kolo Muani, who's on the right.
Usman Dembele. Usman Dembele.
You know what? That front three doesn't scare me as much as it would have in the past.
Nah, okay, yeah,
Like
fair. If it was Neymar and Messi,
I'm
yeah,
I'm
that's
way
fair.
more scared of City. I'm way more scared of City starting front three than I am of that
Yeah,
front.
fair enough.
And you know what the thing is? They're gonna come to Newcastle and they're gonna sit. Um they're not gonna try and play like fire for fire with us. They're gonna sit back and wait to
You
try and play
think?
through them. No, yeah. I genuinely think they'll try in the first like 20 to 30 minutes, but it's not gonna work. I reckon genuinely they'll start playing a little bit like they'll a little bit deeper in their own half and try and use pace because Dan Burn it will get cooked by Dembele. Like he'll just get blitzed. It's not even like close for pace wise.
Mm-mm.
And Trippier obviously comes forward a lot, so it means that either Shah has to drop in to cover for him if he can't catch Mbappe, or Longstaff has to. They'll have a triangle around Mbappe, and it'll just depend how they play. But like Trippier won't be man for man with him, I don't think, at least. I mean, yeah. So it'll be interesting. Like I think that's their best option to come to St James's Park and try and just use the pace that they've got on the wing is their best option. But I want to know your predictions. I want to know your predictions because remember what happened. The universe called me crazy for saying we were going to beat City, and it looked even worse. I sent it to my Newcastle group that I have a picture of the starting lineup. I said, "Who let Eddie Howe cook up this starting 11? Paul Dummett, Jamal Lascelles, Livramento, Murphy. Who else? Sean Longstaff. No, not even Longstaff. Lewis Miley,
Yeah.
um, Lewis Hall, and then Isaac and someone else died. It was bad. Like it looked like it was going to be a cooking for us, and it looked like let's just throw them out, get them some game time. Like if we lose, we lose type of thing. That's what it looked like for me. but then we won against. Like, you can say what you want. Oh, City made changes. They're the best team in the world. They could easily finish at a very fucking good place in the Premier League with that team. I'm not even joking around. So I predicted it. I put it into the universe and it came true. So I want to know what you're saying, and then I'll give you my opinion.
I
Okay?
think I think it's going to be quite close. I don't think it's going to be a walkover. I think it's a very entertaining game. I'm a bit upset that I can't watch it, obviously, because I'll be watching the United game. And I think this game, the result hinges on one thing: does Mbappe show up, or does he go missing, like we've seen him do before? He's not exempt from going missing. We've seen it before, but when he shows up, bro, he cooks. So
Mm.
I think he does show up,
Damn.
and I think they win 2-1.
Damn.
But not because they outplay you. I think Mbappe scores two very good goals, and that's it. Like that, what are you gonna
Let's
do?
remember, we've kept 5 clean sheets in a row.
Yes, but Botman's gone. Botman's gone. It's the Champions League.
Botman's not played for the last 2 or 3 games.
Did he play against AC Milan? He did, right? Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
I
So for
think.
the City game, I give you that. That was a really good performance. Don't know if you do that against Mbappe though. That's just my opinion.
But Jamal Lascelles has played 2 games in a row now. If he plays against fucking Paris Saint-Germain, I actually, like, I don't know what I'll even think before the
Jamal
game.
Lascelles.
Jamal Lascelles playing his Champions League against Mbappe. Like, it doesn't sound real. But I love it for him. Like, all power to you. I fucking love that. I love players who are shit that get put in positions to be good. Oh, I just love it. It's underdog stories. I
Yeah.
fucking love underdog
So,
stories.
what are your thoughts then on the game? Oh no.
Well,
Oh, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this. I'm ready. Here we go. Is it gonna happen?
prepare yourself. Okay. 1, we don't concede.
Oh my.
We keep a clean sheet. Okay.
Bismillah.
2, Mbappe's going to go fucking missing. Okay. And 3, we're going to win 2-0. Okay? You fucking heard it here first.
2-0.
All right?
Oh man.
And do you know who's going to cook? Do you want to know who's going to cook? I'll give you 2 players that are going to cook.
Okay, here we go. Here's receipts.
Anthony Gordon and Isaac. These 2 are going to absolutely cook that smelly defense that PSG have.
I'm gonna start
What's
keeping.
Kimpembe going to do?
I'm gonna start keeping count of your predictions. So Gordon and Isaac to
Gordon
cook.
and Isaac to cook.
2-0.
Clean sheet.
2-0 win.
Maybe even,
Mbappe to go missing.
maybe even a disallowed goal for PSG. I'll throw that out there
Okay.
because they're so fast on the wings that they'll get caught offside a fair few times. So
Okay.
that's what
Okay.
I'm saying.
Okay.
2-0,
Alright.
clean sheet, Isaac and Gordon to cook.
It's gonna be a good game, regardless. I think it's gonna be really
If
exciting.
Isaac starts, if he
Yeah.
starts, that is.
Do you think if he doesn't start, do you think he still win?
It depends because Eddie Howe actually said, like, if he was asked, oh, okay, if Isaac and Wilson aren't available, who do you play at striker? And then he was like, this made me laugh. He was like, we've got a lot of options in that area. Jacob Murphy can. I was like, oh my god, Jacob Murphy.
He's got to be joking. He's got to be joking.
Jacob Murphy can play. Jacob Murphy can play there. Anthony Gordon can play there, and obviously we've seen Joe Linton play up front at Newcastle before. And I just went, oh
Yeah,
god,
we did.
Stop talking.
Here's the thing, right? I think it would be really smart from him to just keep it quiet all the way until kickoff. If Isaac's fit, keep the PSG team guessing. That's the right thing to do. It's gonna be good though. I might flick through the 2 games if I can. We'll see. Because
have it on the TV and then have the stream on the computer. The
Here's the
legal
thing.
stream,
Here's the
that
thing.
is.
I'm out. That's why I'm not going to the game. I've
Oh,
yeah, work outing
bruh.
in Leeds
Can I just say, bros missed. Okay, wait, are you watching it in Leeds?
on my phone. Yes, yeah, I will watch it on my phone.
Oh my God. Okay. You know, guys, this guy, when he was younger, a girl messaged him one time,
No, no,
and
let's not do this. Let's not.
I won't go into details. I won't go into details. Shout out to her. I don't think she knows who she is. Um, and she messaged Josh. This is 16-year-old Josh.
No comment, man.
16-year-old Josh never felt the touch of a woman before.
No,
No, he had.
shut
He
up.
had. But you know, she said, "Come over." And do you want to know what Josh did instead? He said, "No, actually, I'm gonna watch Crystal Palace versus Man United."
I think it was
And
West Brom, by the way. So there you
they
go.
went on to win. They went on to win that game, sure, but he gave
Yes,
up. He gave up Nyash for
bro,
Man
as
United.
you should.
But he's now gonna go to flipping Leeds on some shitty little workout in
You're gonna do.
and not be able to watch the game in full comfort. Blows my mind.
People change. As long as here's the thing, right? When I come back home in December, we're out. I will want to watch the game. If there was an option to watch it on my phone, I would do whatever to do it. But if there's a United game on, I need to watch it.
Mm, interesting.
Yes. But anyway, talking about that
Okay.
United game, Galatasaray at home. It's our first home Champions League game for 2 years. I wish I could have seen it. Could be in the stadium, but what are you gonna do? Got other commitments.
Yeah.
So I get to save some money at least. So United Galatasaray.
Yeah.
My back is to win. Two backers to win. I think
They just beat someone 2-1, I think.
Galatasaray. Look, he's done his research. Bloody hell. Yeah.
Oh, I forgot actually, bro. I actually realised who they've got up front.
Zaha, yeah. Yeah,
Got
Zaha,
Zaha,
Icardi.
Cardi,
Yeah. It's gonna be
Ziyech, lol.
oh yeah, Ziyech! Bro the goal! Alright, we're losing 5-0.
Can you
I forgot
imagine if Ziyech actually like bangs in like some goals? That would.
Cheat.
Joe Mertens as well.
He lost his pace though now,
Oh,
surely.
Mertens.
Ankara Guku.
Tete.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
they've got
who
Davinson
else?
Sanchez at the back. Angelino. Lucas Torreira from Arsenal. Oh, that's crazy. Muslera is still
Oh
a
yeah.
goalkeeper. Forgot about that guy. Shout out to Muslera.
Dang.
Ndombele.
Ben Dombele.
Bakambu.
Yeah.
Bro, there's a few players in it. I still back us to win though. I think at home, I think after that result, surely United can win 2-1. This is all I say now. I keep saying 2-1 because I don't back us to do anything else because we will concede. And I hope that we can
Yeah.
score two. That's my hope.
Oh shit! I
Um,
need to plug this. Fuck.
it's getting a
Jesus Christ.
Batman sign on his face. I think
Bruh, that needs to go.
United need more determination. We need to look like we actually give a crap because I didn't see that against Palace. Look like you want to win. Be determined. Genuinely, like against Copenhagen, which will be the game after this in Champions League. These 4 games, you should be winning them. If you want to lose both games to Bayern Munich, fine. But win these 4, we'll go through to the next round at least.
Mm.
I back us. I
I
back us to
I
do that
think you
still.
lose.
You think you lose to
Honestly,
Galatasaray?
I genuinely think you lose.
What's the score?
It's going to be a sad day in Manchester. 1-0. It's going to be a bad result for you, I think.
Not
You've
again.
just please I don't want it to happen because like I'll always root for an English team to do well unless it's against another English team that I favour more. Like if it was Man City versus Man United, mm, okay. If it was Liverpool versus Man United, I'd want Man United to win. But if it was like Man United versus Galatasaray, I'm always going to want the English team to do well, right?
Mm,
So, but I just don't see it. I genuinely like. It's all well and good doing it in the Carabao Cup, but now we're in the Champions League,
no.
and it's a different level of pressure for these guys.
I'm being hopeful. I'm being very hopeful. Zaha, obviously ex United. My hope is I think everything the thing is the Turkish fans when they travel are crazy. So they're gonna be behind that team.
Yeah,
But hopefully, because it's so far, the traveling and everything can affect them. I'm trying so hard to be optimistic here. It's really difficult. If you ask me on the day, I'm going to tell you we're going to lose. 100%. 100% I'm going to tell
Yeah.
you we're going to lose. But right now, 2-1. Up the boys. United. Nope.
United.
Shout out to Angry
Right.
Ginge. I met him last week,
Oh, yeah.
guys.
Insert photo
Can
now.
you believe I'm not going to? But I'll show it to the camera. He was a really
Look at
sound
it.
guy. Really sound guy. Stopping for all of his fans, and he didn't have a bodyguard. Down to earth bloke. And he was really happy to
Yeah.
see everyone. The thing is, that's how it is at the beginning. When he gets more famous, he won't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Look at ooh,
Shout out.
what
Damn.
what a look a
There you
ghost.
go. No,
There
no,
you
no. Bro changed colours. What's going on?
go. But yeah, that's I think that's everything. Is there anything else you want to cover before sign off?
Um, anything else I want to cover? What we okay, we haven't done this. We didn't do this last week. Bum of the week.
You're right. Can't believe I forgot that. Bum of
Bum
the
of the
week.
week.
Who's your bum of the week?
Ooh, it's got to be Matip, innit? It's got to be Matip,
Poor guy, man.
bro. Like he sold the whole game. Like they were winning. They
Mm.
were drawing, getting a point out of that, and he just took that away from them. So, and they were unbeaten up until that point. So, yeah, Matip, it's got to be.
There's so many contenders. There's so many contenders for this. I mean,
Yeah,
between the VAR at the Tottenham Liverpool game, the referee in the Tottenham Liverpool game, um, Pep Guardiola for saying that Korean guy and then getting beaten by that Korean guy.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Every United fan saying Ten Hag out. So there's a lot of things.
Shout out to them.
I'm gonna say because United fans are always stupid all the time, 90% of them. I'm going to say Pep Guardiola, you are the bum of the week for not
Okay,
knowing Hwang Hee-chan's name and then letting him dunk on you to give you your
my
first
Asian cousin,
league
to
L
be
of the
fair.
season. Exactly. How dare you? Remember the name. This is exactly like when he said the Harry Kane team. And then
The Harry Kane
and
team, and
then
then they
Son
beat him.
scored. And he's like, "What's
Yeah.
my name? What's my name?"
What's my name? Man, that's cold. I love that. I love that.
Hwang Hee-chan should have done that, but like, bro, he just keeps getting dunked on by Koreans, and long may it continue. All right, shout out to all the
Yeah.
Koreans. Keep dunking on Pep Guardiola. You are a bum.
Damn.
You're a cheat. And
Okay.
yeah, that's I think that's everything. Thanks for watching,
Hold on.
listening. Wait, what's going
We
on?
haven't done the. We haven't come over to Ben's corner in a while for our
I don't want to.
end of the episode question.
I don't want to do this.
No, you don't. It's not a bad one this week. It's not a bad one. It's It's really not. No. It's not. So you can relax. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Right. All right. So, would you rather?
It's not a bad one.
Would you rather? I'm just trying to think how to word this without without it sounding terrible.
This guy, man.
Okay. How do I word this? How do I make this PG?
Come on.
Okay. I'll give you a PG one. Okay. People can debate if they fancy. Joe Hafiz, whatever Blood's name really is. Would you rather always be slightly cold, like to the point where you're like, oh, need to put a jumper on here, but even if you put a jumper on, you're still cold,
Okay.
right? Or always have the feeling, just like the earliest feeling that you need to piss. You know that like kind of like slight
Yeah.
tingle. Okay.
The
And
earliest ones, so just like a little
try.
bit.
Yeah, but it's like to the point where it's noticeable, like, oh, I might need to go for a piss in an hour or something like that.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
So, but if you try and go and piss, you're always gonna feel like that. You're either always gonna feel cold, a
Oh
little bit cold,
man.
or always, yeah. So that's the thing.
I'm
It's tough,
100% going with the cold. I hate it, but it's
really.
better than yeah, because you know what? When you've been holding in, even if it's not holding in, when you need to go to the toilet and you need to pee and you actually do it, it feels great. Like it's up there with like top
Yeah,
5 feelings. being a
Yeah.
bit cold, you can manage it. It's like, oh, I'm a bit chilly. That's irritating. But like, it's kind of like sitting in an air conditioned room and you're wearing short sleeve, like a fully blasted air conditioned room, like the classrooms we used to sit in, like that.
Yeah, shout out to them.
I mean, it is a bit cold, but I'd rather deal with that than, ooh, I kind of need the toilet, and then you pee and you're like, oh, I still need the toilet. That sucks, man. What would you say?
I don't know because like being always like a little bit cold, like you when you're trying to sleep, and it's like a little bit annoying that you can't even wrap up to get warm. Do you know what I mean? That would annoy me. At the beach
Oh,
in Dubai,
true, going to the
chilly.
beach. That's true. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
In
yeah.
the shower, warm water hitting you, but you're still cold. This is what I'm saying.
That's so
Like,
true. That's so true, actually.
damn, it's a tough one. But
Damn.
then you're always gonna kind of have that like thought in your head, like, damn, I need a piss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
How how not safe for work can we get on this podcast?
Bro, no, we've. What are you gonna say? How can you make this not safe for work?
There's a second one
Bro,
that
nah,
I could say that I can word it in a way that makes it PG,
I think I know
but
what you're gonna say. It's fine. No, this is all right. We'll just stick to one.
would you rather,
Oh my gosh.
okay, have to swim because I know you're a swimmer, okay,
Used to be.
ex-swimmer, ex-Malaysian
Yeah, used to.
national team, in the yeah, shout out, look at that, okay. Would you rather have to swim 100 meters, so 4 laps of a Olympic grade pool? I think that's accurate. Is
Right.
it 25? 25? Is 25
It's
meters one way?
50 meters in an Olympic pool.
Okay, in an Olympic pool. Option A.
Turn off if you're a kid, man. Turn off if you don't want to hear this, man.
Don't listen to this if you're under 18. Okay.
Turn off if you don't want to hear something gross. I know this is gonna be weird. I know it's gonna be weird.
Option A is we've all been that when we were very, 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 very young.
No. No.
A pool
Oh my
of
gosh.
that.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Okay.
Or a pool of when we're in school, you get your timetable, right?
All right.
And you've got we had period 1 to 6.
Yeah. You're actually the worst. You actually suck. So it's that swimming either of these things basically.
Yes, and you've got to do one. And
Okay. Okay.
remember, you can't hold your breath for 100 meters.
Can't swim backstroke? No.
No. It's
Okay.
front stroke,
Front crawl. You mean front stroke?
whatever.
You know what? Because I used to swim, I could do that quickly, right? I'm going
But
into
think
option.
about the consistency of
Yes,
the two.
exactly. This is what I mean. So to get it over and done
Mm.
with as quick as I can, I'm going B because it's quick, it's thinner,
I
right?
think, yeah, it's thinner. Yeah,
Has to
I
be.
think. Well, it depends on the person, I suppose. But I agree. Probably B is the safer option for speed.
Yes.
But I'm sure you could probably get some kind of infection being in blood.
Who said it was? I thought you said it was period 1 to 6. What's going on now? I thought we were just swimming in mathematics.
Yeah. So
Nah. I think
you're picking B.
I'm still going B. I'll still go B.
I think I'm gonna have to go B as well.
Good.
I feel
Good
like
insight.
I just sink in option A. Feel like swimming in doesn't matter.
All right,
Can't.
good insight. Well, to those of you still here, thank you for listening. Thank you for
No
watching.
one's to it.
Like, subscribe, comment, follow, rate us, please. Shout out to Feezy again. All right, keep it
Easy.
up. We'll catch you next week. When hopefully United have won and PSG have lost as well. In a bit.
Yeah.
Peace.